Block has been on an absolute tear. This is the monthly chart, and since November, price is up roughly 70%. Now, I had these dashed lines as an indicator to go long, and the first original target was this yellow line at $51, which was previous support. The monthly chart that smashed through it, and December, well, it's been a great month for the stock market as well. Now, I do have a target at $83, which represents daily sellers. But the question is, can price get to $100 in 2024? And that would represent roughly a increase of roughly 30% more, as you do have a major resistance level at this $100 level. Now, before we continue with the analysis, let's look at this article. It is coming from the Motley Fool. And let's talk about the business. So the business is growing at a healthy clip. Overall gross profit increased 21% to $1.9 billion in the third quarter. And both Square and Cash App posted double-digit gains. However, investors were equally excited about the company's projected EBITDA and adjusted operating income for the current year. Now, what are they doing in terms of initiatives? In the third quarter of 2023, shareholder letter co-founder CEO Jack Dorsey talked about one of his main focal points is to figure out how to integrate the two systems, Cash App Pay and the integration of Buy Now, Pay Later specialists. Afterpay are two examples, both of which can increase engagement and lead to more revenue potential for Block. Now, it's all about the economy. Now, you wouldn't think this is the case, especially by looking at the cooling inflation data or low unemployment rate, but the U.S. economy isn't necessarily in the best position right now. Yes, the stock market is going up because it is a forward-thinking machine. Consumer confidence still well below pre-pandemic levels. Credit card debt is at all-time highs, and high interest rates are making homes and cars the two biggest purchases people make less affordable. And then you got this thing called the Treasury yield curve or inverted yield, and that's when the shorter term yield supersedes the higher longer term yields, which typically indicates a recession 18 months from when those two instruments invert. Again, it's all about the economy. Why? Well, what makes the economy go is consumers and businesses. So when consumers are willing to spend money, it means greater capital inflows into Cash App and higher transaction volumes. This translates to more revenue potential. On the other side, the Square side, similar story. If merchants see a pickup in business, then Square benefits from higher service revenue and more payment volume. Plus, it could be easier to bring on more customers. Should growth accelerate in 2024, there's no doubt the Block shares are in a wonderful position to see a boost. Strong fundamental performance can be a boon for the stock price. Now let's talk about valuation. It was so cheap when it was down in the $40 level. It's nearly doubled. So the current price to sales multiple of under 2.2 is significantly lower than the historical average of 6. So that's great news relative to its history. This indicates that investors have written off the stock. All else equal, paying a lower valuation is better, and should Block's P/E ratio start to approach its past average, it will be exciting times for shareholders. So this only happens if price continues to move higher, but based on its historical P to price to sales ratio, it is still cheap. And when you look at the weekly chart, you can see where price was once upon a time. We're talking roughly 250 plus, right? We're talking a stock that's roughly at say $80 right now. So easily we're talking about a 3x to get to, or another 2x to get to near the all-time highs. All right, so this is the level that I'm looking at. It's the daily sellers level at $83. And if we zoom in on the daily chart, it's hard to see, but you had a drop in price This gap represents an extended red candle. So you got a gap down in price, base and candle, and another leg down, pulls back not once but twice. So it comes back the second time just to fill those remaining unfilled orders. And this level is so strong that it came back again roughly 6 months later, back in July of this year, and then shot all the way down to the $40 level, right, where you had positive divergence. That's where price makes a lower low, but the RSI makes a higher low, and that signaled a reversal. And since then, price has respected this 13 simple daily average all the way up to a current price at 77. But it's going to be time to take some off at the 83 level. So if you were able to get in at the lows, good job, take some profits. However, price will eventually move higher, and I envision this pattern to 100 happening going into 2024. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.